got the real deal now. Gonna kick this sorry ass out on the street. What you got? I used to think you owned the street. We'll pack your bags and your ass is dead. Victory sweet. Bring it on. Here's your receipt.
That's right, it's here. Thursday night. Well, kind of afternoon, as we're recording this live. It can only mean one thing, though. It's time, and we're back at it again. Actually, what am I saying? It's Friday today. It's Good Friday, and a good Friday to you all, as we couldn't be on the air yesterday due to technical issues. We got that sorted out, so we are back. It's Friday, so this is the Friday night podcast, I guess. But welcome, guys, to another episode of The Lowdown Show on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast, the weekly episodic podcast where me and my co-hosts review and discuss Raw and Smackdown from the past week, and as well as any important news in WWE and our new show, or a new segment on the show, WWE Polls, which is still yet to be named. If you guys know any crazy or good names out there to name our part of the segment, do so and we will make it that. So, I am your host, Kyle Masters. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at RealKyleMasters, and I am joined by my co-host, as always, the boss, Mr. Corporate himself, Corporate Cappy.
Oh, yeah.
You can also follow him on Twitter at Corporate Cappy, and see all his famous Sasha Banks tweets.
Oh, yeah.
As well, you can follow me and see all my page tweets and see our little Twitter war. Anyways, as always, you can also follow the podcast itself on Twitter at NoHoldsBarredWP and like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. All the links will be in the description below. Thanks for tuning in to your favorite Thursday night on a Friday night podcast, live on Spreaker Radio at Spreaker.com/NHBWP. If you would like to join in on the conversation and share your thoughts about Raw and Smackdown, tweet us at NoHoldsBarredWP and use the hashtag TheLowdownShow, or leave a comment in the video section on the YouTube channel in the comment section. I worded that wrong again. It's a rough day today, guys. Good Friday. I mean, I had to work today, so it was brutal. At least I got double time and a half out of it. But yeah, it's been a really crazy day for me at work, so my head's a little confuzzled right now. But we're here to do the Raw and Smackdown review, so let's jump into the Lowdown Show, guys. Raw this week was not very exciting at all.
I give this Raw a 0.5 out of 5. This is one of the worst Raws I've seen in a long time.
I thought it was really bad. I mean, SmackDown was better, but not by much.
That wasn't saying much that SmackDown was
yeah,
better.
but Raw this week, man, for 2 weeks to WrestleMania, that was really bad.
I guess they really just had nothing.
Like, they're running out of ideas, and like I know they tried to scrap all this together because of the injuries and stuff like that. But holy crap, guys, come on now.
The next week better be.
I really hope
really
the next
good.
week's better, man. I can't even front. Like it looks bad. Anyways, let's jump into it, guys. The IC title picture is officially announced. Finally, 2 weeks to WrestleMania, and now we know what the match is gonna be. And of course, it's the match we all predicted is gonna be the IC ladder match. Is it a 6-man? No, 7-man ladder match.
7? Why is it 7?
I don't know. I think back in a couple Money in the Bank ladder matches, there were more than 6 guys. There were like 8.
There was 8 at one point.
So
there was 10 at one point.
Now they're just going with 7. I don't know what that means. Anyways, on Raw, Kevin Owens faced AJ Styles. I mean, it was a good match, but you get the obvious Y2J interference causing Y2J to lose, or AJ to lose.
Yep.
After AJ chased Y2J into the back, and then like Ziggler, Zayn, and Miz came out, all pleading that they deserve a title shot at WrestleMania. And Owens basically telling them all they don't, and since he's somewhat fair, he's going to ask the Authority if he can have a triple threat match to determine the number one contender for his title at KO Mania, baby. Yeah. Oh yeah, KO Mania.
But he didn't say, he said a triple threat. Yeah. He didn't say their triple
threat. As we'll get into later in the back with Stephanie, he asked for the triple threat match by like literally sucking up to Stephanie. I mean, it's what you got to do when you got the Authority in front of you.
And at the end, he's like, "Tell Hunter I said hi."
Yeah, he tells Hunter I said hi, and Stephanie grants his wish for the triple threat. You know, let's underline the triple threat 100 times. Later on, Owens takes the mic from Lillian Garcia, tells her to get out of the ring, like what a douche move. But you know what? It's good. He's a good heel. I like that move.
Yep.
He says he's going to introduce his opponents, and instead of calling Ziggler, Zayn, and Miz, he introduces Stardust, Sin Cara, and Zack Ryder.
Irrelevant.
I was dying at this part. I'm like, wait, what? Is this serious? They actually had a match. They were wrestling for quite some time, and then Miz, Ziggler, and Zayn came out to yell at Kevin Owens, and then Owen starts yelling at them. They start attacking, and Ryder gets on the outside. Owen starts attacking Ryder, and they all start brawling at each other. This is what I don't get about this, okay? They brawled on the outside. Like, they started by Owens attacking Ryder. How come it was a DQ? It was a triple threat match.
Triple threat matches don't end in DQ.
But the ref called it DQ. That's what I didn't understand. You can't call that, ref. If they brawl, they brawl. There's no disqualification.
So technically, this match isn't over yet.
So how is this a triple threat match? Yeah, this match is still going on. It's going to be the longest triple threat match in history. Owens retreats back to the back and goes to Stephanie, who's like busy talking on the phone. This is bad for Owens. He shouldn't have done this. He interrupts Stephanie. She gets pissed off and books a 7-man ladder match at Mania for the IC title, including Zack Ryder, Stardust, and Sin Cara. I guess it's just these guys are just thrown in there because they don't know what the hell to do with these guys. And I mean, you know what?
Zack Ryder's in there because Neville got injured.
Yeah.
Because I think Neville definitely would.
But we didn't see this coming. It was going to be a ladder match. But you know what? My boy Zack Ryder is going to win the IC title.
Not.
I'm picking Zack Ryder.
He's going to be the one that gets he's going to be the job dummy. He's going to be the one that gets all the moves put on him.
I hope not. You know what? I'm calling it right now. Zack Ryder for IC champion. You heard it here first, guys. From me.
Worst pick of the year.
I'm picking it.
Worst pick.
And I'm actually going to pick it this year.
Wow.
Like Zack Ryder.
That's terrible.
But on SmackDown, we had Sami Zayn and Ziggler teamed up with each other to face Miz and Kevin Owens, which actually was a really good match.
Did Kevin Owens walk out like he
This was up until that point, so it was a good match until that point, where Owens tries to leave again, but then out comes Stardust, Sin Cara, and Ryder to stop him, attack him, send him back into the ring, where Ziggler and Zayn, and even Miz, his own goddamn partner, hit all their finishers on him, and then that ends the match. Then everyone gets in the ring, they start brawling, everyone's hitting each other with their own finishers, but my boy, Zack Ryder, laying out Kevin Owens with the Rough Rider. I forgot his freaking finishing move. And then pointing at the WrestleMania sign to end the segment. Oh yeah, Zack Ryder, baby. I'm telling you, this guy's winning it.
I can't believe they actually gave him that spot.
Yep, Zack Ryder's winning it. That's it right there.
No, that
unless he gets dropped, and they're like, okay, we'll give you this 1 second of fame, but you're not winning at Mania.
Yeah, that was his 1 second of fame.
I hope not.
So Kevin Owens tried to leave again. That's typical Kevin Owens in a tag match.
That's 2 weeks in a row. Yeah,
every time he's in a tag match.
He's not a tag team partner. He's not a tag partner. You can't put him in a tag team match. Doesn't work well with teams. He works well on his own. He's been the best on his own. Yeah, he was terrible when he was tag team champions of Ring of Honor. He was tag team champions with like God who knows who. I saw pictures of him with the tag title in Ring of Honor. I'm like, how the hell is this guy a tag team champion? He is a singles title champion, and that's it.
He's a prize fighter.
He's a prize fighter, exactly. But moving on, guys, to the Divas title picture. And it's starting to heat up.
Oh, it's already heating up.
On Raw,
been heating up.
We had Charlotte versus Natty. Am I having deja vu? Like, I saw this the live event I went to in Buffalo.
I saw this at Roadblock. They keep having this match. I don't know why they keep having this match.
This is different. It was a little different because Sasha and Becky were on commentary, obviously sitting on opposite ends of the table since they're opponents at WrestleMania, and they just keep arguing and chirping each other throughout this entire match, chirping back and forth. And that ended up being a pretty decent match. I mean, even the matches that I saw at the live event in Buffalo and my co-host here at Roadblock, they put on a decent match.
Yeah.
This time Charlotte won with a natural selection, which is interesting because usually she wins by her submission move, but she won by natural selection this time. Basically, if you guys don't know what that is, it was like her NXT finisher for a while, and then she started using the figure eight. Then she has a stare down with Becky and Sasha, and that was it. This is what I thought there was going to be more to this segment, but they just kind of just stared at each other. That needed more like excitement and anticipation. That was just really. Okay, sick. What do you say after that?
Why was Natty getting jobbed in all these matches? Why was she the one for like the last?
Apparently, she is added to the other Divas tag team match.
The irrelevant match.
Yeah. Holy shit! What do we do with the rest of the Divas? I don't know. Throw them into a tag team match.
6 Diva tag team.
Yeah. God, that's 8 now because there's 4.
8.
It's gonna be 4. They haven't announced the 4th member for Lana's side, which I'm guessing is probably gonna be Summer Rae. Who else is going to be? Can't think of anyone else unless Naomi's sister comes back. Like, I don't know where the hell she's been.
Who, Cameron?
Cameron. She injured? Where are you, Cameron?
Where you at?
On SmackDown, Charlotte started with a promo by saying that she will end the Divas Revolution and begin the Woo Revolution.
Oh my god, I bet Nate was slapping his fucking...
Oh, he's slapping each one of his shoulders and woo, woo. And then Sasha comes out to the huge pop, even with the fake crowd noise. You can
Why
hear
would you have to
through
put
it.
the fake crowd noise in Boston?
I mean,
why?
It was a mix. You can tell it was a mix just by listening to it. That's how bad SmackDown has become. You know it's bad when you can distinctly hear the fake crowd noise and the real crowd noise. But she comes out to a huge pop, nevertheless, because it's in her hometown of Boston.
Bosstown, baby.
Yeah, Bosstown. Charlotte faced Sasha Banks, which ended up being a really, really good match. Charlotte goes for the figure 8, and then Sasha counters it into a roll-up. A really nice roll-up. I liked how she countered that for the win. So she picks up a win against the Divas champion, which is huge before WrestleMania.
Roll-up, though. I don't know. That's bullshit.
Roll-up is kind of bullshit, but that's a huge win.
Yep.
But then Becky comes in and attacks Sasha first. Like, right from behind,
Wow.
and starts attacking Charlotte, and then leaves, pointing at the WrestleMania sign.
Becky showing some ruthless aggression, eh?
So we think that it's going to be like Becky ending the segment. No, as Charlotte's getting up to stare at Becky, here comes Sasha from behind and gives the backstabber to Charlotte, and then she points at the WrestleMania sign.
Yep.
Oh man,
This is getting good. I like it.
This Divas match, this is going to be one of the matches tonight, WrestleMania. Like we've been saying this for weeks, it's going to be.
Thank God they're finally getting some recognition.
Yeah,
It's
like
about time.
you know, like they've been saying Divas Revolution and like give Divas a chance for like the last like 4 years. This is actually it. This is the finishing product of what we wanted to see like 4 years ago, and now we're actually going to see it.
Yep,
So,
and it's only going to get better with the Divas coming up from NXT
yeah,
too.
like Bailey, Alexa Bliss, all these Divas down there, Oxa, like it's insane.
Yeah.
The Divas division is going to be insane.
Oh yeah. What I'm guessing next week then Becky's going to be the one to beat Charlotte by
Yeah,
roll up,
it's probably going to be Becky versus Charlotte, either on Raw or SmackDown.
and she's going to get the win, so that we both of them have like a pinfall.
Yeah, or maybe
victory.
vice versa. They like to mix it up. They'll put the Charlotte victory while they're on commentator on SmackDown, and then Becky went on Raw. Like, it's gonna be some gay like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on to the Ambrose receives more of the passing of the torch this week.
More ECW fucking like castaways.
Yep.
Giving them...
On Raw, it was he was first shown in a local bar in Philly, even though the bar looked very fake. This bar looked really bad. This looked like
did not look like a bar.
literally looked like in a basement of someone's house, and they just kind of put bar stuff everywhere. It didn't look like a bar whatsoever. The people in the back were terrible actors, for one. They're probably just a bunch of NXT people who haven't got their shot yet. Talking to somebody about his match with Lesnar, and then the guy walks around the table to the
Turn on the chainsaw and
cut Brock Lesnar
in half.
He cut half his boot off, like where his feet aren't.
No, what is he, Jason?
Yeah.
Is it going to be like an actual like gore match? Like,
What are you gonna scare Paul Heyman? He's gonna scare Paul Heyman with the chainsaw. That's all that's gonna happen. And he's gonna get clothesline. The chainsaw's gonna go flying. I hope it doesn't hit anyone as it goes flying. If that happens,
if anything, he'd hit him with it off. Like he'd hit him in the head with
without it being on. And like he turns it on, the referee kind of stops him or something like that. But a chainsaw, like, really? Whatever.
How many? He can't carry all these weapons at once. What the fuck's he gonna do?
He's gonna have to come down the truck.
Cart?
He's gonna come down in a truck. Or Raven gives him the shopping cart. And Raven's gonna be on the show next week. Raven's gonna give him a passing of the torch, the shopping cart. To carry all his weapons.
The shopping cart with like the stop sign and like the
God. We can go on and on about this. We'll have to see what happens with Ambrose. But later on Raw, Ambrose versus Strowman with Paul Heyman on commentary. This was the main event of Raw for some reason. I really don't know why, but it was actually a semi-decent match. I mean, I can see what Vince kind of sees in Strowman. His moves are kind of slowly leaking out, like his abilities, so we'll see. It was a decent back and forth match. Except when Ambrose gets DQ'd.
The crowd was chanting, "This is boring."
Yeah.
during the match.
I don't know this whole crowd on Monday was terrible. Like Philly
though.
What the hell, man? Usually you're good and you're a good ECW crowd. That was garbage.
They didn't even cheer for the Dudleys. Like,
that was garbage. I don't know if it was they're being droned out. Like maybe Raw, the tech guys are really good at drowning the crowd noise out because they wanted them to be heel. So I don't know. We'll have to see about that.
I don't know. I think Philly, man, disappointing this week.
Yeah, really disappointing Philly. God, it's just it ended in a DQ.
You end the Raw and DQ. Was there like a dark match at the end? Like they usually have like a.
Yeah, there was one after, and it appeared that like Luke Harper hurt himself in the match. But how do you end the main event of Raw with a DQ? Like, for one, it was Ambrose getting DQ'd, and he grabbed the chair and he like he smacked him in the back, and then he starts beating the shit out of him with the chair. Like, it's insane. Like,
Yeah, Strowman got like jobbed at the end there by the chairs.
I don't understand. Like, he after he beat the fuck out of him with the chair. He goes to ringside and has like a stare down with Heyman. Heyman's just sitting back there like, oh, I'm an advocate. Like, really? Where was Lesnar? Why? How do you have Paul Heyman on Raw and not have Lesnar there? I know he's got his, like, you know, certain locations, certain, like, TV dates that he can appear, because he's a goon and doesn't like to be on TV all the time.
Yeah.
But come on. So, like, he basically just tells, like, he points at Strowman lying in the ring after the dirty deeds on the chair and says, that's what's going to happen to your client.
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
But I'm not really sure how I feel about the ending of this Raw. I did like the chainsaw part, though. That was hilarious. And I really hope our like prediction of the Raven shopping cart next week happens. I would be so amazed if he hands him a shopping cart.
That would be the pick of the year.
And next week's the go home show for Raw, so that'd be hilarious. That's pick of the year. If we pick that,
no, it's probably gonna be like Hacksaw giving him his fucking 2x4 or something.
it's probably going to be. He's signed on. It's going to be the Hacksaw. It's gonna be the 2x4.
But like I said,
We met Hacksaw before. You know, he's a cool guy. I like him.
How's he gonna carry all this shit? Like,
exactly. That's what the shopping cart comes in. Maybe he'll get like 3 legends at once on Raw.
like, oh, so only legends can give him a shopping cart? He can't just go to a local grocery store and grab one himself?
That's illegal. You can't do that. No, they need their shopping carts.
The Raven ECW shopping cart, it's vintage.
Anyways, on to SmackDown, where Lesnar was advertised, and where Dean Ambrose said he'd be waiting for him. Lesnar and Heyman come out to cut a promo while, you know, Paul Heyman cuts a promo.
Lesnar just kind of stands there.
It was actually really good. Yeah, he just stands there and, like, you know, smile, I'm Brock Lesnar. Anyways, it's interrupted by, wait, the Wyatts? The Wyatts. Okay, so again, they're slowly leaking and slowly teasing Bray versus Brock, which is probably going to happen at, like, SummerSlam. Yeah. That's my guess. They start surrounding the ring. They start, as they're about to beat down on Lesnar, Dean Ambrose comes out. And as this is going on, this is really cool. I love how the cameras caught this. Lesnar had like a really good reversal suplex on Strowman. Strowman had him in like the German suplex hole, and like Brock Lesnar slipped underneath his legs, got him into the German suplex hole, and then gave him a German suplex, which Strowman sold really well for a big guy. Like, he's huge. He's almost the size of Big Show, and this guy sold it perfectly. So you know what, Vince? I'm sort of slowly see what you're talking about with Strowman. So hopefully he ends up being that good wrestler, that good big guy. So, you know, it's what WWE needs.
What do you mean? They already have the big guy.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that guy. So yeah, as he was coming out and like beating the shit out of the Wyatts with the kendo stick, there was that good German suplex. So as he gets in the ring, he starts beating down Lesnar with the kendo stick, but then Brock fights back. And he takes the kendo stick and snaps it in half, you know, making himself look strong, even though it's probably a really weak kendo stick. Easy, Brock. You know. And then gives him an F5 to end the show.
Did he do his like girlish scream after too?
No. I'm always hoping for that girlish scream, you know? Like, I remember that. That was hilarious. I remember us all going nuts when he first did that girlish scream. We like tried to mimic it for weeks.
Yeah. It just sounds terrible.
But anyways, he ended up giving up an F5. Yeah. He gave him an F5 to end the show. And that was it.
That was it?
That was it. That was it for Smack. Well, that was the end of SmackDown. I mean, you got to end it with Brock Lesnar. You know, you got to get your views up there.
Yeah, maybe people tuned into SmackDown this week. I don't know what the ratings were like this week.
But I really hope the brand split happens. This would really, and I hope if they do this, I say it every freaking week, if they do it, they got to get rid of the fake crowd noise for SmackDown. I was be really pissed. And they got it. What do they do? I mean, this is the argument people are having too. Like, if you're gonna have the brand split, you need to put Raw back to 2 hours. You can't, or else you're gonna have to stack the roster on Raw and give like, I don't know, you gotta put like 15 guys on SmackDown maybe, and like you could put like 30 guys on Raw if you're gonna do that. If you're gonna keep it the same time slot, that's what you gotta do with the roster. I mean, I've seen arguments back and forth all over like the internet, so who knows?
Yeah. What? Oh, never mind. We'll get into that after.
Moving on, the New Day's official. I'm calling this the official face turn because after this week, it's definitely clear that they're going to be the baby faces from now on.
I think it might be just for WrestleMania. I think they might go back after.
You know what? I agree with you because I don't like the New Day as faces. They're hilarious when they're heels, and the crowd loves them when they're heels. So like, why turn them? But the League of Nations came out and started trash talking the New Day, getting a lot of crowd heat on Raw, like tons. Then the New Day come out to like the real New Day Rocks chants, not the fake ones on SmackDown last week. And those were really god awful and garbage. You could tell they were fake. They were not fake. The crowd actually chanted New Day Rocks. They didn't really. I was trying to listen really carefully to see if it was drowning out the sucks, but it was actually real. So they came out, they cut a promo on the League of Nations calling them all trash by using like these cue cards and trash bags. And they're chirping the hell out of Sheamus. Basically going like, why the hell did they call your parents call you Sheamus? Like, shame us.
Shame us.
Oh man, it was funny. If you guys didn't see it, go back and watch it. Their promos are unreal. I always watch New Day promos. They're hilarious.
Your booty.
Yeah. And they all start brawling, which leads to the one-on-one match between Big E and Rusev, which ended up being a really good match. I mean, these guys are actually going to have a really good match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Out of all the one-on-one matches they've been having lately, this is going to be a really good match.
I think so.
Ends up being a double distraction by both teams, but the New Day getting the advantage and the Big E getting the big ending for the win. And I guess this is the official start of their babyface turn. I mean, you can't. The crowd's loving them.
You can't have two heels.
I know it sucks. So you got to turn one face. So I really hope, as what you said, that they go back to heel after WrestleMania. I really hope that happens. On to SmackDown, the New Day came out to fake crowd noise again. But you know what? Whatever. It's what you come to expect with watching SmackDown.
Who doesn't come out to fake crowd noise at SmackDown?
I don't know. But cheers nevertheless. They cut a hilarious promo on the League of... They called it the League of Booty.
The League of
They're not called the League of Nations. They're the League of Booties. Kofi versus Sheamus ended up happening after this, so it was actually a pretty good match again. The distraction by Barrett led to Sheamus winning with the bro kick, which was insane bro kick. If you guys didn't see it, go watch it again. When he bro kicked him, Kofi did like a full flip backwards.
Really good sell.
Yeah, really good sell. Kofi's awesome at selling. And ended up... So yeah, League of Nations picked up the victory this week, and New Day picked up a victory on Raw, so... You know what? They're pretty even heading up into their WrestleMania match. It's actually going to be a really good match as well.
So I'm guessing that Del Rio and Barrett will have matches next week?
Yep. It's probably going to be Del Rio against Xavier Woods and...
Barrett versus,
I don't know, Kofi Kingston again.
No, Barrett versus fucking Francesca, because that's about what he's capable of.
Barrett versus the Trumpet. That's a SmackDown match right there.
Yep.
Or main event or Superstars, one of the shows no one watches. Or the shows people watch when they're filing into the arena, because that's when it happens. Next up, AJ Styles Jericho 4 looks more likely now for WrestleMania for some reason.
Great.
It's just my opinion. I don't want this to happen. I really didn't want... I thought these two were going to get added to the IC title match, but I guess not.
Why do they need to have 4 matches?
I don't know. Like, the rubber match has already been done, so, like, why have a 4th match? Unless there's going to be a certain stipulation, which I'm guessing something's going to happen next week, where a stipulation is going to be added to this match.
Like AJ Styles leaves WWE, or Chris Jericho leaves WWE.
And it's probably going to be Jericho. He's probably going to go tour Fozzy and be back on SummerSlam, come back as a face, like always, and then turn heel. But anyways, what do I have written here? So we know Jericho interrupted Styles, causing him to... Okay, so Jericho interrupted Styles, causing him to lose to Owens this week. Oh yeah, so we knew that. That's why I wrote that. Again, guys, Good Friday. Really busy day for me. Later on, we had Jericho versus Fandango on Raw. Then a WrestleMania... They called it the WrestleMania rematch.
From like fucking 3 years ago.
And we had a buddy of ours call that match. Like, he was the only one to pick Fandango, and he actually got it right. I couldn't believe that. I can't believe... That was pick of the year. Can't believe he picked Fandango over Jericho at WrestleMania. Like, who does that? I don't understand it.
Then look at where it got Fandango now.
Yeah, nowhere. It was not that bad of a match, actually. AJ Styles came out chanting Y2 Jackass, which is kind of funny. Distracting the hell out of Jericho. But he ended up winning the match. Jericho ended up winning, so... Ooh, Jericho, you got Styles. Got you, Styles. Got him. Styles then charges the ring. Jericho runs away, obviously, because he's never going to fight back. And then Styles challenges Jericho to a match at WrestleMania. Great. Am I excited for this?
No.
And Jericho declined and then left.
Sounds like a Kevin Owens type of move right there.
Since then, man, Jericho's been hilarious over Twitter. I've been reading all his tweets. People have been tweeting at him saying, like, why don't you accept this challenge? He's just being a goon on Twitter right now. Like, I love it. Heel. Oh, I love it. Over on SmackDown, we had AJ Styles versus Tyler Breeze. I mean, I feel like I've seen this before. Oh, yeah, wait. It was at the live event I saw in Buffalo. Good thing it wasn't the exact same. Well, it was sort of the exact same match. They left out a couple of things, but it was a really, really, really quick match. AJ Styles wins this with this new finisher. I gotta talk about this. This new finisher, the phenomenal forearm, because they won't let him do the Styles Clash. I understand that it's hard, and what happened to Yoshitatsu with AJ Styles in New Japan, it's really hard to pull off the Styles Clash. But against people his own size and like his own weight, like Tyler Breeze, he should be able to do it.
Yeah, against the smaller guys, he can bring it out, but
I don't understand why they're pushing this phenomenal forearm. And it's so bad. He jumps off the top rope and elbows you in the face. Like, sick finisher, I guess.
Doesn't he have a submission move?
He does, the calf crusher, but he didn't use it. He won by this phenomenal forearm, and that was it. Jericho didn't even come out on SmackDown.
No.
So I don't even know what the hell the point of this match was. He just points at the WrestleMania sign like everyone else does in this 2 weeks away. Everyone's got to point at the sign at least once.
So Tyler Breeze getting jobbed again.
So Tyler Breeze gets jobbed once again. So, poor guy. I feel bad for Tyler Breeze. He was a good talent in NXT. He was, and now he comes up and he's the jobber. He
had like a few good matches with Dolph Ziggler, and then actually they really ruined that feud, which basically ruined his push.
Yep, basically. But moving on, the Golden Truth saga continues, and they're added. Looks like they're going to be added. It's most likely it's going to be a triple threat tag team match to the Dudleys and Usos feud.
Is this even going to be like a number one contender match or something? Or is it
I don't know. I think it's just going to be it's going to be like a triple threat tables match. Bubba versus R-Truth was on Raw. And it was kind of awkward because Philly crowd is heavy on ECW, and Bubba hardly gets booed. Bubba has to get booed in this, basically, and he didn't because he was a heel. Or he's a heel, he didn't get booed, and he was in a Philly crowd who cheered him. So this was why it was really awkward. Like R-Truth is getting booed. That's why it was really awkward. And it's basically a squash match. Bubba squashed him. And after the match, he starts beating down R-Truth. Goldust comes for the save to no cheers. And then the Dudleys gave him a 3D. And that was it.
What the fuck?
After I seen this, I'm like...
Is this going to be on the Irrelevant or Didn't Make Sense
Yes,
segment?
This is going to be on Sunday Night Heat. I got a lot to talk about that. So we're just going to move right on to SmackDown. The Dudleys were watching backstage as the Usos faced the Ascension. They beat the Ascension. It was really, really, really quick match.
The detention.
Yeah. After the match, though, the Usos took both tables out, 2 tables out, put each member of the Ascension on them, and double splashed through the tables, basically sending a message to the Dudleys.
So they really pushing this table thing.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that's what's going to happen at WrestleMania. It's going to be a double title match. Or probably a double tables match.
An elimination table match?
Yeah, maybe elimination tables match. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Roman Reigns saga. He strikes again. What happened on Raw? Stephanie McMahon opened Raw talking about how Triple H isn't here tonight, and it's not because of the beatdown on Triple H last week by Roman Reigns. She goes on by saying Reigns is not fit to be champion and will never be champion. Then Roman Reigns comes out to cut her off. He comes from the ramp again. So I'm guessing the crowd is like too corporate for him, so he comes out from the ramp now.
I guess he's going to come out from the ramp from now on. Maybe he just got attacked too many times.
Yeah, the fans are beating him down. Fans are booing him more and more. Maybe the WWE's trying to keep him safe.
Yeah.
Stephanie starts chirping Reigns by saying it's funny how he comes out only after she says Triple H wasn't going to be there. Ooh. No, but no, Steph, I'm pretty sure that's not the reason why, but okay, sick. Reigns grabs the mic and says the only reason Triple H is not here tonight is because Reigns whipped his ass last week.
I kind of like that. That was kind of funny for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, but it's so Stephanie says that he's not here because he's not here because of the Triple H beatdown or the Roman Reigns beatdown. But then Reigns actually says no, it's because I whipped his ass. So the same thing. You couldn't come up with a better comeback, Roman Reigns?
Nope.
That was really bad. Sweet comeback, Roman Reigns. That's great. Then he goes on by saying the usual, I will beat Triple H at WrestleMania, garbage, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be the next champion. And then Stephanie then tries to smack Roman Reigns in the face, but then he actually catches her. Catches the smack before it smacks him in the face, but does nothing because it's a PG show, remember?
Yeah, and you can't touch the woman.
Yep, can't touch her. Then he tells Stephanie that he is the authority. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. What does that mean?
Could this be foreshadowing?
Yeah, no.
Is Roman Reigns turning heel and becoming a member of the Authority? I think so. He could be that guy until Seth Rollins comes back and then they start feuding together. I see it. It could happen. Over on SmackDown,
something.
There's a Bubba Ray is shooting a promo backstage. It was basically dissing the Usos family, which is Roman Reigns' family, somewhat. He says he doesn't want a match with Bubba, but he wants a fight. Like, Roman Reigns interrupts him and says he doesn't want a match with Bubba tonight. He wants a fight. He's like, we in B-Town, baby.
What is he, Brock Lesnar?
Yeah. The match basically lasts 5 minutes before ending in a double countout because they start brawling with each other around the ring. And Roman Reigns just beats the crap out of Bubba Ray Dudley.
Sounds like a great, great match.
And guess what? That was it.
Did you forget about the great segment where Triple H came to pick up Stephanie in the limo?
Oh, yeah. I have to talk about this, guys.
Maybe we should save it for Sunday night, but we should at least bring it up.
So Triple H and Stephanie just try to leave. As the garage, they're getting in their little Escalade. As the garage door opens, Roman Reigns is standing there, like, whoa, damn! It's not like we knew he was gonna be there after the garage slowly opening and the camera's zooming in. Gee, I wonder who's gonna be behind door number 1. Anyways, he comes over to the door, starts ripping Triple H out of the car, and as he's ripping Triple H out of the car and beating him down, Stephanie is screaming at the top of her lungs. Really and the most annoying thing ever. Literally, it was like nails on a chalkboard for like 3 minutes long, maybe even longer than that. I'm like,
if you can go,
can you shut up, Stephanie?
If you can listen to this for more than 10 seconds with like your headphones turned all the way up, then
I applaud you. Like, good for you. You can drown out some scary and crazy shit. Oh my god.
That ended the set. That was really bad.
That was terrible. It was really, really, really bad.
And then Triple H finally got his way back into the Escalade and then like...
Yeah, and then they drove out. They drove out like speeding away. Like, it's nuts. So yeah, that was it, guys. That's it. That's going to be it for the week's review of Raw and SmackDown. Again, Raw was really boring this week. I really hope it picks up. I mean, next week is the go-home show for both shows.
Yeah, and there's 2 things that we didn't see on that show was anything to do with the IC title match.
Yep.
Or, sorry, the US title match, with Ryback and...
Oh, there was like a mini promo. I think it was on SmackDown or Raw, and it was really like irrelevant. They had like a little run-in backstage, and it was just it was stupid.
And what's going on... Sorry, what were you going to say?
It was just on... No, it's nothing worth mentioning.
What's going on with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Like who is in it? And
besides Big Show, who had his little silly promo on Raw, boosting himself up, and it was just that's why that's one thing I didn't talk about either, because I don't want to talk about it. He was on Raw talking about how he's going to be an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and he'd feel honored if he wins it twice. Like more boring crap. It's going to get into our one poll I have in our poll segment.
All right, time to get in the polls.
So, yeah, guys. We're going to jump into our polls after a short break.
You're looking at the real deal now. Gonna kick your sorry ass out on the street. What you got? You used to think you owned the street. We'll pack your bags and your ass is dead meat. Victory sweet. Bring it on. Here's your receipt. Bring it on. What you gonna do about it? Bring it on. Is that what you got?
Alright, we're back with our new segment, the WWE polls, which we haven't really found a name for yet. So guys, again, if you know the name for a good poll out there, give us the name. Leave it in the video description on YouTube or tweet at us a good name for our poll segment. Where we have a bunch of polls this week. We have about 10 polls this week where I throw the polls out there on Monday Night Raw. Actually, we have 12 on Monday Night Raw. And we go through them. So if you can find a great name for our poll segment, please drop us a line.
Yeah.
But
maybe you should make a poll that says name our polls.
I gotta think of ideas then. But going into the polls, guys, we have 12 this week. Going into the first one, it was announced on Raw that it would be a triple threat match. This was before Kevin Owens changed it. Dolph Ziggler versus Miz versus Zayn. We have 0% for Dolph Ziggler, 43% for Sami Zayn, 0% for Miz, and 57% for the no contest. And you guys were right because that actually did not happen.
We had a great triple threat.
We had another great triple between Stardust, Sin Cara, and Zack Ryder.
I love how Ziggler and Miz got 0%.
That sucks for Ziggler too. We keep talking about how bad this guy is getting, jobbed out of pushes, and he gets 0% on the voting this week.
He's tied with Miz with 0.
Come on, guys, give him a break. Unbelievable.
Yep. Okay, so now the second poll was, should Sheamus shave his mohawk? And yes, you look stupid. One was 67%.
God.
And hell no, 33%. Who are those people that said no?
You know what? I agree with the yes people. That thing is dumb. You know what? He needs to shave it off right now. Go with the bald head with beard look until he can grow his hair back. Because that mohawk is ridiculous.
It looks like a Ferris wheel.
It's terrible. I only put that poll up there because when he came out, I slightly thought about it. I'm like, man, does Sheamus ever look stupid with that? The crowd's right, man.
And I love how WWE tries to push the Be a Star thing and anti-bullying campaigns, and yet they're letting them chant "You look stupid" to one of their superstars.
Yeah, and you're not doing anything about it. You're gonna let him keep that ridiculous mohawk. Good job, WWE. Moving on to the next poll. This is due to the New Day coming out and promoting their new cereal brand.
Bootios.
I put the poll up, Bootios or Cheerios? And you guys voted right. 100% win, Bootios. You guys would rather have an empty box with a t-shirt in it than actual food itself.
I don't mind Cheerios.
I don't mind Cheerios either. You guys chose Bootios out there, and to be honest, I'd probably choose Bootios over Cheerios.
Cheerios doesn't come with a free t-shirt. I guess maybe that would have put over the top. Moving on to the fourth poll, we got who will win tonight, Braun Strowman or Dean Ambrose? And 67% for Dean Ambrose.
Wow. And we had 33 for Braun Strowman. The match ended up being a DQ and Strowman winning by DQ. So, You people that said 67%, how dare you? You lost this one.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Oh, you're going to love this next one.
Oh, God, here we go. So this was due to Big Show coming out announcing he was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I put the poll up there. Should the Big Show retire already?
No.
We have yes with 40% only. And no one with 60%.
I'm not going to lie, I voted no.
Why?
Because Big Show's great, and I just love to see your reaction every time he comes out.
He's done. He's god-awful. He needs to leave.
If you watch Stone Cold's podcast with him, he said he wants to go for another 2 years.
That's insane, man. Just retire already, man. You've done all you can in WWE. You're not going to be world champion again. They
just need him for a spot right now. They don't have anyone.
As soon as everyone gets healthy again, just leave Big Show. I'm sorry. Go to NXT and help those guys out.
Well, now he's a face, and now he's saying that it would be an honor for him to win this year. Meanwhile, last year he was saying, "Oh, they're gonna name it after me because I'm way better than Andre the Giant."
He's a heel now that he's the face going into it. Like he wants to win it as a heel and a face. Okay, whatever, Big Show.
All right. Next poll we got: if they have a rematch, a fourth match, not just a rematch, a fourth match at WrestleMania 32, who will win? Chris Jericho or AJ Styles? 100% AJ Styles.
Wow. So no one's giving love to Chris Jericho here. He could pull it off.
I think we're all figuring that he's just going to leave after WrestleMania. He's going to be gone for a while.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'd probably go with AJ Styles, but come on. People, there's got to be at least 10% for Jericho out there that think he's going to win, but none of you guys voted Jericho. It's insane.
I didn't either.
Moving on to the next poll. Who deserves the IC title match out of the 3 new people added to the ladder match? We have Zack Ryder with 71%, baby. He wins it. Stardust with 29%. Sin Cara with 0%. Come on, guys. His partner's a U.S. champion. He's got to deserve it a little bit.
That you probably put that in there for 0%.
Yeah, I fixed it. No, I didn't.
Botch comment.
I actually voted Zack Ryder.
Yeah, of course you did.
Woo, woo, woo.
I don't think I voted for this because I couldn't bring myself to vote for either of these guys.
Come on, guys. Come on. Zack Ryder is a strong possibility to win and be the next IC champion.
Okay, that'd be like R-Truth winning last year. Like, there's no way.
But it moves into our next poll.
Do I have to read this?
You have to read this.
Zack Ryder's winning the IC title at WrestleMania. Agree, woo, 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 or disagree, no way, bro. I guess I forgot about this, or I didn't see this poll because I definitely would have voted for disagree. But agree, woo, woo, woo was 100%.
100%, baby.
How many people voted? Two?
There you Myself and someone else. 100% we agree. Me and whoever that was out there, I thank you.
Terrible.
Woo, woo, woo. We agree. Moving on to a next poll here. It has to do with our boy Ric Flair. This is a great poll. I put out there, what do you like better? The classic Ric Flair strut or the new 2016 Ric Flair dance? If you don't know what that is, it's where he slaps each shoulder with the opposite hand as he's strutting forward. 60% of you, though, said classic Flair, and 40% said 2016 Flair.
I voted 2016 Flair.
Good for you guys who said the 40%. You know, I like this new dance too. It's a good style for Ric Flair.
You know, now that he's older now, you know, he can't really do the classics.
Yeah, he's got to change it up.
You got to innovate, you know.
Yeah, he passed that torch over to Charlotte to do that. So now he's got his new slap each shoulder.
Like what? I guess he gets all the ladies doing that dance. Like
even in his old age, she's still styling, profiling, kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing.
Yep.
Limousine riding, jet flying.
Oh my god. Speaking of ladies, we got the next one. Favorite diva finisher out of the three. We got the bank statement, of course, by the boss, the best. The disarmer by Becky, and we got the figure 8 by Charlotte, which is the figure 4. What she kind of just like bridges into a figure, like I don't even know how you call it, figure 8.
The neat finisher.
So the disarmer got 0%, like it should be. The figure 8 got 33, and of course the bank statement got 67. I mean, thank God for these people that actually know what they're talking about.
You know what? I still have to admit, though. I'll admit, it is the best out of the three, not gonna lie. The disarmer's just god-awful. I'm glad you people out there didn't vote for that, because that's the worst finisher I've ever seen.
Technically, she's got 2 finishers, because she does the cartwheel backstabber into the crossface.
Yeah,
so
I guess that's alright. So, good for Sasha. I mean, people like the bank statement out there.
Yep.
She's
the
boss.
Finisher ever. Yep. Better than the page turner, whatever the fuck.
Oh, don't even. We can't even get into that. That's going to be a heated discussion. Moving on to the last 2 polls. If Shane loses, does he still control SmackDown? We have 75% with yes and 25% with no. People that said no out there, don't you want SmackDown to change? God damn it, man. You'd rather watch the 25% right there of the people that love the fake crowd noise. I'm telling you right now.
They're the kids.
They're the kids are like, oh, my wrestler gets cheered so much on
You
SmackDown.
kids shouldn't have Twitter.
No. What are you doing?
What are you doing on social media? You're 10 years old.
I'm going to speak to your parents. You won't have Twitter after this.
Yeah. I voted for yes. Of course Shane should run SmackDown.
That'd be awesome. If you can't control Raw, control SmackDown, make it 10 times, a million times better than what it already is right now.
Probably would be better anyway than if Steph ran it, because if Steph ran it, nobody would give a shit anyway.
Yeah. So maybe that'll happen. We'll see. But it ties into the last poll.
With that bombshell, who do you think will win WrestleMania? Shane O'Mac or The Undertaker? The Undertaker one was pretty close, 58% to 42%.
Yep. And if you guys don't know what the bombshell is, and you missed Raw for some reason, if Taker loses, Vince says it's going to be his last WrestleMania, whatever that means. He didn't say he's retired. Didn't say he's not going to wrestle again. Just it's his last WrestleMania. So he's going to get banned from WrestleMania. I don't understand. But yeah, you guys still think Undertaker's going to pull it out? It's close though. 58% of you, and there's 42% of you that want the change in WWE, and I agree with you. So this is a really tough vote for me too, because Undertaker's my dude. I've loved Undertaker for forever. So him putting him in a match like this is so crazy to vote for and to want to win. It's insane. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's hard. I want to pick Undertaker. But
I don't think I can pick Shane.
It's tough. That's what I mean. It's really, really, really tough.
Yep.
Moving in, guys, to the last part of our segment is the WWE news. Daniel Bryan has been pulled from WrestleMania Access. If you guys are going, it's a shame that you guys are not going to meet Daniel Bryan. Sources say it has something to do with him requesting time off from the WWE and him being pulled from all live events and even the MSG Daniel Bryan night. It is being confirmed, though, for his replacement access. It is Shawn Michaels, the replacement for Daniel Bryan. So you will get to see Shawn Michaels instead of Daniel Bryan. So yeah, Daniel Bryan, I don't know what's going on with him right now. Him and Brie are both requesting time off immediately, so maybe they're going to make the baby.
Is Brie not going to be in that match?
I don't know. This is still up in the air. That's probably why they haven't announced the other participant or the other teammate for Lana and Team Bad. So we'll have to see. But moving on, clarification on the Twitter battle. If you guys follow Twitter a lot, I'm guessing you guys do. It means we're in 2016. I don't know how you don't. Shinsuke Nakamura and Chris Jericho have been battling each other hard on Twitter. And just to clarify anything, it is not real. It's fake. And apparently, it's a planting of the seed for a future feud between the two, which is really good. So that's probably going to be they'll probably go back to Japan for a live event or a network special. It'll probably be Jericho versus Nakamura. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
That's all right. Moving on, John Cena's return month is estimated to be July. So I know he's been tweeting and being a goon and saying like he's trying to push for WrestleMania, which he probably will appear in some sort of non-wrestling role. He's probably going to be at WrestleMania, but he's not going to wrestle whatsoever. This could probably set up a potential battleground return match against whoever. I don't even know who. Although Cena has been known in the past to return from injury sooner, so who knows? We'll have to see what happens.
Better not rush back too quick.
And speaking of injury, Randy Orton could return next month. It broke out on Fox Sports Radio the other day that the news that Randy Orton is set to return to in-ring action next month. This could be true because May was his estimated scheduled return time, but is not being said whether it will be a full-time or part-time role.
Sucks. He was a month behind WrestleMania.
So a month behind WrestleMania sucks for Randy Orton, but we'll see what happens when he comes back. I mean, he's probably going to come back as that part-time role, as he stated in the past he wants to. I mean, he's pretty much done everything. Next bit of news, current WWE tag team The New Day are set to induct the Freebirds into the Hall of Fame. In a way, it makes sense just because the Freebirds were a multi-man tag team tag team that held the titles, and the New Day are a multi-man tag team that hold the titles.
They all defended the titles, all three
so
of them differently.
It's probably going to be a really comical induction, so I can't wait to see that. Speaking of Hall of Fame, the latest inductee is Stan the Lariat Hansen to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know much about him, but good for Stan Hansen for being inducted. And also another bit of Hall of Fame news, Jacqueline is being inducted by the Dudley Boys.
Yep.
So
Jacqueline finally getting recognition.
Getting her recognition and being inducted by the Dudley Boys, although we thought it was going to be the APA, but they are inducting the Godfather into the Hall of Fame. So, the Hall of Fame looking like it's going to be good too, guys. But that's it for the bit of news for this week in WWE, guys. That's going to wrap it up for us, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of The Lowdown Show, your favorite Thursday night, today on Friday night, WWE podcast, where we review and discuss Raw and Smackdown from this week's past, any important news in WWE, and the new show, WWE Polls. If you like this episode, hit the like button on YouTube, as well as subscribe to the channel, and you can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. All the links will be in the description below. And again, if you would like to join in on the conversation, share your thoughts and comments in the section below on the YouTube video, or tweet us at NoelsBarWP or one of our Twitter handles and use the hashtag #TheLowdownShow. Until next time, guys, I'm your self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, and I am continued to be joined by my co-host, the boss, Mr. Corporate himself.
Make sure to get that the Raven grocery shopping cart thing.
Get that ready next week. Corporate Cappy's here. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and as always, we are always reminding you to keep it on the lowdown.